Hello guys and welcome back to yet another episode of League of Legends. I want to say it's been a while, but honestly it hasn't been, and I'm quite happy with that. I hope you're quite happy with it as well. In this video, it's gonna be me playing Garen. I just played this game as well. Got a slight headache to be honest, but that's just been all day because I've had to be worrying about like the mail because I ordered like a PS4. And they just refused to deliver it. They just kept it laying in their warehouse for like 2 days. Like the post service, like the company I bought it from actually has sent it because they're busy and stuff. But yeah, never mind. I won't talk about it. Kennen, of course, is a counter to Darius, and I think in this video we're gonna see it's actually a pretty good one. If I'm not mistaken, they at first pick and we had a. I think we had first pick. Doesn't matter anyway. Darius of course picked before I did. And basically, Darius is a pretty strong character. If you have a wrong matchup, he's gonna absolutely do terrible things to you. But there's a couple of good matchups, and I think Kennen is one of the best. Maybe that's also because I'm a lot more experienced with Kennen than, for example, with Gnar. I like Gnar, but I'm not super good with Gnar, unless it's Aram, and Aram I'm amazing with him. Here I'm trying to place a ward and completely failing at it. Like, I tried to place it in the wall and then like have it spring to the bush, but somehow that didn't work, and I think maybe they changed it because I also tried it with like actually clicking the ward, seeing where I could place it and clicking it, and still didn't work. So I think maybe they changed that. Doesn't matter. Let's get into the game. Like I said, me versus Darius. I'm just gonna take some control of the camera because I feel like we're very far behind. Okay, wait, this is probably more chaotic. Never mind. I feel like we're still seeing a lot of space behind me rather than what's actually relevant in this lane. But I guess we're gonna work with it. Like I said, me versus Darius. It's not a super difficult matchup. You don't want to let him get too close. Like I did allow him to get pretty close there, and I didn't step into him when it was already basically too late. So that's a decent trade for him, but all in all, I can arrest him really well. Secret Service minion. Of course, you buy Dorn's Blade early on Kennen in almost all scenarios because it's just really good. The damage you can deal with it. Here, I do step correctly into him. And basically, get the stun, get the Thunderlord's Decree because that's the mastery thing I have. Keystone Mastery. Use my flash. He doesn't have a flash, he only has ghost, so there's no way he's gonna get away. Basically can easily follow, get the kill there, follow him after he tries and walk away. Of course he made the mistake of trying to all-in me with it. I guess if you're not familiar with the matchup as Darius, you're probably likely to do it. With the new teleport, of course, he is gonna teleport to the minion. It makes it very confusing, the lanes, now that people get teleported minions, but it's okay, it's not too bad. I of course do teleport to the tower because I don't want to be near him when this matchup is all about not allowing Darius to come near, so teleporting into my minions would be pretty bad. Didn't get like a ton of gold because it was like super early at like 10 CS or something when I killed him. So I don't get too many items, just pick up boots. Boots of course always nice, especially since I have to stay away from him. And an M-Tome for the extra AP. I'm gonna drop some rest on him, of course, with the Q and the W, and my E, of course, I'm not really using too much. I need that to get away in case it's necessary. Of course, my W, I also could use it on minions sometimes to farm them, but I prefer using it for the rest, and it's an easier combo with the W than with E, and a lot more safe. So I'm gonna chase him again. I'm gonna lose a lot of damage. When he turns it in minion wave, I think he's gonna get away because Secret Service minions would have caught the bullet shuriken for him, and I didn't have anything to chase him with. But he is basically in a terrible situation. The only thing he can do is hope for a gank now, but we are already seeing Musty being chased. And Skarner takes too much tower aggro, and this might just be his death here, and baiting Orianna in. I don't think the flash was necessary. It could have been good if it been like before the ball hit him, but after the ball hit him it didn't make a lot of sense. Anyway, still overall the team is doing really well in all lanes. Like Orianna just got a solo kill on Brand, bottom were farming. We even got a kill there as well, actually. And I got coffee, so I'm gonna take a sip of that now. Of course, Darius backed after I almost killed him again. He bought an extra longsword and boots. I'm not sure. I think he was sitting on the longsword maybe already. I just pick up a ruby crystal and a potion as a couple, or some cookies and sufficient ward. Of course, now that I'm have an advantage in this lane, I'm probably gonna be pushing him under the tower a lot. Of course, that opens up for Master Yi, who just got a double kill to come and gank me. And that's like another thing. Master Yi chose to go with Master Yi jungle long after I, made it clear I was gonna be Kennen. Not necessarily where I was gonna be Kennen, but I was gonna be Kennen. And Kennen, in all scenarios, basically does a pretty good job of countering Master Yi as well. Of course, there's room for counterplay and stuff. He's fairly squishy, so if you can one-shot him or almost one-shot him, it's pretty good. But like at all times in the team fight, if he wants to try and go in, yeah, this is basically just an easy kill. Hit level 6 first. Already dropped a lot of arrest, got him stunned up, so super easy kill. So like in team fight scenarios, as long as I have my ult up, Master Yi is always going to be stunned. Might take a bit longer if he plays it really well, but especially also because Sonya is just such a good item, which is like another reason why Kennen is so good versus both Darius and in this case also Master Yi. Sonya's like, I am gonna get that stun off, and like if it's a team fight, if you're Master Yi, you're probably not gonna survive that. Anyway, we're doing pretty well. We're actually not ahead in gold. Master Yi got another double kill bot lane, I guess. And basically I pushed this wave in again and decided to back off again. Got some more money. I think I should probably know that Master Yi wasn't gonna be here anytime soon, but didn't want to take the fight. I can easily get back into lane anyway at most times with my E. And basically whenever the wave resets here, I have full control again, rather than have to be here and be careful about poking him, not letting him farm tower aggro from Master Yi coming in, all that fun stuff. Master Yi looking to get another double kill. I actually pinged for the assist here, so I kind of baited Oriana in, but luckily she didn't die. But yeah, Master Yi is a problem, but so am I. Like, I'm not that far ahead, but I'm doing decently well. And I'm always gonna be scary because I build damage as well, and as long as I have enough damage to one-shot you, if two glass cannons go at each other, like, the one that's ahead doesn't necessarily have a super innate advantage. Of course they do. But if I can also almost one-shot you, it doesn't matter if you can one-shot me harder. There's no difference there. That's what I'm trying to say. Of course, that's not really that relevant here. Here I'm just poking Darius. Could have maybe dropped the auto for the stun, do it anyway. And this is like the Thunderlord's degree. Whenever I stun him, the damage that from that combo is just so brutal. It means that he can basically never ever get close to me. Now that I'm pushing really hard as well, there's no way he can hide behind his minions. When he wants to farm and this wave hits a turret, he's gonna be taking a lot of arrest. The only thing that can save him is Master Yi, and that's the only thing basically I have to be careful for. I have to respect that. Because I'm in control of this lane as long as I don't, screw it up by dying twice. Or maybe just one time, because I already tilted pretty badly. So I got some warding in. Harassing Darius, of course. It's just fun. It's what you do. Don't let him get near you. I'm ahead, but there's no reason to let him get near me. Don't want to take any damage for free. Sacrifice a farm if you have to, for the safety. Of course, here he walks pretty close up to me, so I stick to the inside. And basically at this point, he doesn't have the damage anymore to just kill me. I didn't even use my ultimate. I'm not sure if it was up. It wasn't up. But yeah, I'm not sure, I'm far enough ahead at this point. I think I'm 2 levels ahead as well. I think I may have just leveled up, so it might have only been 1 level, but in items I was ahead, in experience, and, I got already the arrest down early on. So yeah, basically, that was just his best chance of killing me, and that didn't work out. So unless he manages to continuously poke me with some QRS, or let me get back to me, or maybe some jungle help, you know, this lane is just gonna get worse and worse for him. Because of all the... Ooh, wow, that just froze. Because of all the small trades, like a lot of packs as well, not to be fast, I've been picking up like small increments towards my first item, which is gonna be the Torment again, I forget, Leandries. And it really isn't that bad of an item, sorry if you hear me cough by the way. On Kennen it's actually really good. Quite often you'll see me go for Sonya's, and of course versus Darius that's pretty good as well. And here I'm just harassing him while not losing farm, like so far up the lane. I just think it's hilarious. You see Masteries of course, so there's like no way that I'm gonna be super aggressive here. I don't have my ulti up just yet, so even though we corner Masteries a little bit, I don't really want to fight this just yet to drop some decent turrets. But you know, just gonna leave it, not gonna invest in that. Just gonna farm. Now that he took out my pink ward, I have to be more and more careful that Masteries doesn't like come for the gank again, because he knows or thinks I don't have a ward. So I put one here rather than here, because basically we saw him walk over here, so for him to walk around this way would take him too long time. Say for this, I would see him in time. So now I see him far ahead, and he notices of course my behavior. I see him, so he backs off. I know I have some time at least. If he it probably is gonna walk around, but I should consider it. And so I know I have some time at least to arrest Darius. And you know, doing a good job of staying outside of the Q range while doing quite a lot of damage. Invoking, then he just goes in. Let's see if Masteries was around, because that was like only the only option I could think of. Yeah, he was around. But like, people don't like ghost in at half health from like all the way under the tower. Like I'm not sure, like how do you expect me to react to that? So yeah, I don't know what that was. Basically he got a free summoner. Doesn't hurt him that bad because he hasn't really gotten the chance to use ghost in any manner that would have paid off for him. Flash would probably have been better because he could have touched my Q with it. That could have saved him quite a lot of you know, damage, death, execution, whatever. Not necessarily in this game, I'm not sure, but like in general, sure, surely. Basically, I'm not sure where he is all the time, but he's gonna go back to base. Yeah, I think he just came back from base. A lot, and I'm just gonna be sitting here farming, building at lead, building experience. In the meantime, my team is doing well, so I don't have to like interfere anywhere. Of course, Kennen is a pretty good team fighter. So that's always an option if you get behind this Kennen. And I have a teleport advantage as well, so I really could transfer this lead to the other lanes, but it's not necessary, not that much. I think I'll try later though, because if there's a good opportunity you should do it. Our team goes for Drake. I'm not sure like what the call was based off, like maybe Masteries was low or just based or something. Or Brand, at least they should be able to do it. I took some damage, but all in all doing still pretty well here. Gonna constantly drop the RS, make it a bit hard for him to kill me. I should have my ulti up, so basically I think if I get like a good combo of stun combo, I should be able to kill him. So you can see me go for yeah, basically what I said, go super aggressive. He does, you know, try, but he doesn't get enough beat stacks up to do enough damage. Basically a pretty easy kill for me. I'm just gonna shove it into the turret again and just gonna go base. At this point I feel like it's more advantageous for me to just hold the wave here. Like make it really hard for him to farm and basically make it so that there's no room for him to... Like he right now he probably feels an obligation to stay here because at least he's keeping the turret. Like if he starts roaming, he's guaranteed to lose a turret for, you know, maybe nothing happens. Especially because, oh yeah, and then I teleport in here. And I just used my ultimate, but I still wanted to do it. It starts out pretty well, of course. Thresh didn't need to flash for that. I had my Q up there and I would probably hit it. Then we're taking too much damage from Brand. Like I still had my flash at this point, but this was pretty useless. Overall the play was pretty good, but like we were not expecting Brand to be here. Who was far behind, so that kinda ruins it also for Oriana. Um, yeah, I don't know how Brent snuck in behind here or something. I don't know. Of course, as he comes back into lane, he does choose like a route that takes him pretty close to Orianna. Does choose to not drop that Masteries. Let's do a good job of fighting the turret. There's some rest coming in. Basically, Brent is probably gonna lose the turret. Of course, Darius had a lot of free time because I killed him, based, went bot lane, died. Now I have to run back at him. With only normal boots as well. It's not 20 minutes and no home guards. So he's... I was afraid that I was gonna end up losing my turret in a lane that I was supposed to be winning. Of course, it's not the end of the world, but it doesn't feel good. So as soon as he comes back in here, I'm just gonna show him that this is still my lane and that I don't want it to be messed with. I'm gonna flash for the kill just to get the stun off with the ultimate. Could probably have gotten that, but overall doing a pretty decent job of farming this. And he's gonna go and continue to push this out. In the meantime, looks like Brent and Musty both died as well. Thresh is just roaming. Misfortune seems to be safe. Bot lane is the most equal lane of all, but Thresh has 3 kills for some reason. And there he comes. It's not 80 Thresh now. Of course, I was hitting the turret because I wanted some vengeance. And as he teleports in again, just gonna drop some more harass. Like, he just came in and he's already basically dead. So I guess maybe he thought I don't have my ultimate, so we could give it a try, and he did, decent damage, but basically nothing. So I basically just got better kills. Of course, at this point it's not even worth that much anymore, but it does like allow me to keep on pressuring this. It means that he's not getting farm. Right now I am backing because I'm not sure who Master Key is, and I don't want to die randomly for no reason. And like I said, as long as this turret is here, he's probably gonna be here as well, and I'm constantly gonna be able to deprive him of farm. Well, I could do it here, but it's a lot more dangerous because there's a lot more ways Master Yi could come in. But I think that's pretty well known, pretty basic. Yeah, the rest of the team pretty standard. Orianna did take this turret, and then like Brent really gets caught out. Pretty impressive Orianna play. Like, I'm not sure what to think of Brent mid lane. Like, if it works, he's like super oppressive, and then we see Master here, I think this as well. But if it fails, it's just so underpowered, or if you just miss your combo or something. But it's like, as long as you hit your ultimate good, a good ultimate is probably always gonna be scary in team fights. But super immobile, and fairly skill shot reliant. Actually, very skill shot reliant. So yeah, not entirely sure to make a Brent mid lane. Meantime, Misfortune died, but he got caught out as well. We're taking the mid turret, and the bot lane is still slow to reply. Darius is with me actually. It's like, if there's any time you're not supposed to be defending this turret, it's probably now. Like, there's no way you can do it. Like, I could have gone for this probably, but it's riskier than it's worth at this point. He should but basically he still has to back off, and then like your bot lane is also not there. Like, they should probably have based. In the meantime, we just get like an inhibitor turret here and another inner turret, and we can back off safely. Like, Tristana should probably have definitely been there, but Darius should also have been there. Like, there was nothing for him to do here. I think maybe he got 5 farm or something. I don't know. Of course, I'm gonna be able to pick up the turret. Thresh hangs around here as well. I didn't see this. This was pretty bad of me. I was just shuffling out this wave and gonna go base. So miscommunication there. And then like Darius comes and I'm like, okay, gotta shove out the wave and be gone. So I just walk away just as Thresh walks in. So I'm like, oh shit. Master is also, but I'm gonna pop my ulti, which should do enough damage. Gonna focus Master because he's the fat one, not Darius. I'm gonna pick up the double kill. I think I don't have the flash, I can just eat through the minions and hit the last Q. Then I'm completely out of energy. So yeah, basically I'm fucked here. Do I have to censor that next time? Just let me know if you want me to censor that next time. Started out pretty well, but like not worth it in the end. probably. I have to take some sips of my coffee, guys. Sorry. Yeah, probably not worth it. Let's just put it at that. Pick up the Sonya. So basically, Darius is. Now I would prefer not to have to use the Sonyas, because when you're in Sonyas you don't deal that much damage. Your ult does some damage, but it's more like, okay, right now there's a zone and you can kill me around it. If you stick in it you're gonna get stunned. That's more about Sonyas and ultimate Kennen combo does than anything else. And of course we're doing Drake and I have teleport, so I'm just gonna go in. The fight is already going well. All I'm just doing is zoning out Brent, and I don't even have to do a super good job of that. Still do actually quite a good chunk of damage while missing my Q. Like I promised I closed all my background programs. I don't know what this is. Good hook on Brent. He's probably dead. I don't know what I'm doing. Brent does get trashed, but like that was to be expected. They're all kind of low, and he's gonna get caught out here. 3 people left. Most of them are dead. Well, they are kind of respawning as well. Darius was just here, so he's no threat. He's with me. And he pops Ghost again. And he pulls me back in, but then like he does get distance for the like this is what I meant. With the ultimate is more like a stun tool than like you're gonna die as long as you're standing. Because it doesn't do a crazy amount of damage like in later charges or something. I'm not sure exactly where the damage is stacked. So it wasn't gonna kill him here, so I had to move in. But when I move in, of course I'm close to Darius, and that's kind of scary. Blah blah blah. Long story short, I was far enough I had to kill him anyway, so I could do that. We got the inhib. Now the bot wave is pushing harder against us than the top wave. But actually top wave isn't pushing against us, it's pushing out. But I was still gonna come back and farm it because I could. That's his misfortunes getting chased, as well as he wasn't gonna make it. I was gonna be here to farm this. I was gonna go and try and help Misfortune, but it's already too late, so might as well just farm the wave. And just look what I do to cost minions. It's beautiful. Darius TP's in here. Like I think he's a bit tilted, or he's just trolling. I don't know. So we of course we call for the assistance at this turret, and I think Thresh called that he was gonna go for it. Of course he does need some extra assistance. I'm dealing with their bot lane here. I'm not too scared per se, but I probably could kill them and I might be able to be poked out. Of course if they try and dive me or something, they're dead. Because Kennen is one of those champions that as long as if he's ahead and in the middle of your team, like there's not much you can do to escape him. Of course maybe Tristana can just ult him away or E away or whatever. And Darius does show that he's still a really strong champion and broken champion versus Thresh and Orianna. Almost gets a double kill. So I was kind of like, what the fuck just happened? He's like, this was his first kill in 9 deaths, and it looks like he almost got 2. So I don't know. Never mind. And then I don't want to be caught out. So, but I can do this. This is just hilarious. But I don't really need to be here and fight this. Though, of course, when they move away, I can easily just farm it. Scarnage is doing his thing, Misfortune for backup. Masteries is hanging around. Thresh and Orianna came back in. I think this is still pushing against us. Somebody should be working on that. Not. And yeah, we're just sieging here. Of course, Kennen at this point, 1v1 Kennen is pretty strong, and at this point definitely with these items. But in sieges, like or in team fights, Kennen is like one of the best team fighters in the game with his ultimate. It's really good. I missed like all my Qs here, but at least the good part of this is with all my ARM experience, I don't get hit by a lot of skill shot states. Not sure what Thresh was doing here. I guess he was just warding. I was like, kind of, what are you doing? They're like damaged like for Brand or something, and Trist as well. Could be pretty scary. If they get like a good engage, like could be scary as well. So then they have to be scared of my Qs because they do a lot of damage. And basically this is we're kind of stalling, but like we're not getting a lot of work done on the turrets. And in the meantime we get this wave here pushing at our turrets, but we do have this wave pushing in here. The 2 super moves, they're called, I think so. So they engage on us, which is basically like, this is what happens. You know, you just, everybody gets stunned, nobody gets to go away. There's a lot of damage there. They got our trash, which doesn't really matter that much. Only Yana left means that we can definitely take turrets. Now the goal is to get this turret, but there's no wave until like the wave is here. So we're just moving through, straight to the Nexus turrets, which we can take. At least one of them at least. We have to be a bit careful for them respawning. Dead times aren't that long per se. So we take one and then the goal is to take the other turret and maybe the inhib, but it's probably gonna be too late, so you're gonna see a split there. Me and Skarner are backing off because like the respawns are coming in. Misfortune and Orianna are sticking around. And they are gonna get it, but like they are gonna be chased. Of course, you start with home guards. Good slow by Orianna there though. I back away. Skarner was also already gone. And these two, they have to escape. Of course, Misfortune is pretty quick and they both have slow, so they should be able to escape. I played with the thought of teleporting in here because I have a lot of damage, but I was like, no, that's a bad idea. Because basically, yeah, Misfortune is good. At least you know this by teleporting here, it's completely stopped the chase, and then like nobody had to die there. Of course, then Misfortune decided to. Of course, I think I may have baited her in a little bit by trying to teleport into there. I'm not sure. Touch is just gonna play with Darius a little bit. He doesn't have backup though, but he's fast enough to just escape it. Darius not very lucky this game. I'm just farming stuff basically at this point. Stupid scuttles. And we're kind of just waiting. Like Drake was almost up, but we also have to secure Baron. And we're kind of just hoping to get like a really good team fight and just end there. Init respawn there, sure. That's also an objective we can deal with. I'm just farming a little bit here. This isn't like super main pushing, but it is still pushing, especially if you take out part of the wave here. Drake is up. They started. He was just stopped, so there's like no way they can really fight for this. They are gonna try and poke around a little bit. And I'm at Drake, I'm only throwing my Q at Drake. I don't want to use my W or my E or whatever else. Because in a team fight, those are like the bread and butter. Those are gonna get those stun stacks and the damage out. Of course, the Q is not short enough cooldown that you can throw it. The other two not per se. Gonna do some damage here. Take a little bit more damage than I really want to. Bit scared, didn't hit like everything that I needed to. But like, there's like the Sonya, suddenly I counter Darius again. And he dies anyway. Very low though, like multiple members are in the team are kinda low. And I just backed away, so it's like 4v4 with kinda low health on our team. So it starts out pretty bad. But Orianna is top touch, so she's gonna get a lot of work done here. Shockwave does a lot of damage, somehow Chris does escape, but their shielding is really strong then. Jenna on her own is not going to be strong enough to deal with this. I combo a little bit after that as well. Of course, Skarner is stun as well. And we can just run mid. There's a huge wave coming up to their Nexus as well. And there's an inhib open here that we could potentially take. Darius decides to TP behind us. Like, we have two super low members, but I'm not. So I'm just going to get the stun up first. And just play around with his Q range. I stepped out of it. I think Skarner stepped into it. And basically he just dropped instantly. I stopped his home guard by hitting him, then stunning him of course. And the rest of the team was safe enough. Skarner took a little bit of a risk, but not that much. He goes in for the final defense. I'm not sure what he tried to cleanse for. Because there was the stun on him yet, but I guess it doesn't matter. Of course we're gonna get the Nexus. So yeah guys, that's basically why Kennen counters Darius. Of course I think Darius might not have played it like as well as he did. I think he may have tilted a little as well as he could. I think he may have tilted a little bit, but overall I think you could see that the matchup is very much based around you don't need to allow Darius to hit you. Of course there's plays he can make where he basically forces it upon you. But your job as Kennen is basically to always stay outside of range and just drop a lot of harass on him. So guys, I hope you enjoyed. I won't keep you too long. If you did, please be sure to leave a like. It really helps me out. And you know, if you haven't yet, subscribe, and then you can get get my next video in your inbox. Wow, that didn't come out naturally at all because I don't normally do that. And if it does come in your inbox, I hope to see you in that video. That's it. That wasn't awkward at all. See you next time.